This was the worst mass murder of gays in U.S. history.
It's sad. It's sad that no one ever got caught, and these families never had a chance to actually know what the hell happened to their people.
But it was horrible. I mean, these people, they were literally roasted alive.
"40 years ago, on the night of June 24th, 1973, New Orleans was forever transformed by one of the deadliest fires in modern American history. The upstairs lounge was set ablaze by an arsonist who was never caught, killing 32 people, most of whom were gay men. One popular theory posits a disgruntled bar patron who had been kicked out of the bar earlier in the evening, coming back with a gas can to light the stairwell leading up to the bar. When someone in the bar opened the second-floor doorway, a fireball erupted into the club, leaving almost no escape. Royd Anderson is a local teacher and documentary filmmaker.
This was the worst mass murder of gays in U.S. history. There was someone in the bar that evening who got into an altercation and said that he was, after he got kicked out of the bar, he said he was going to burn the place to the ground. So likely he's the number one suspect, but it's still an unsolved arson. And then a few minutes after he was kicked out of the bar, there was the fire. They found an empty can of lighter fluid at the base of the stairs, and it seems like someone lit the stairwell and started buzzing. There was a buzzer to let people into the bar. Someone was buzzing to open the door, and when a patron opened the door, there was a backdraft, completely went into the lounge and killed so many people.
Arthur Lambert and Terry Gilbert were New Orleans firefighters on the first truck to reach the upstairs lounge that night. Lambert was a 10-year veteran, Gilbert a green rookie. What they saw that night has remained with them.
But it was horrible. I mean, these people, they were literally roasted alive.
They couldn't.
When you get exposed to flames, your skin melts. I mean, it'll hang like a candle wax. It's horrific.
But we were the first on the scene, and we put water on it right away. But it was just like a blowtorch coming out all of these windows, you know.
Yeah.
From when we got there till the fire was out, just a few minutes. It wasn't. That's all.
I don't care about it right again. I mean, there was someone's son
Or brother or
or a brother, you know, someone lost a loved one. You gotta treat them with no respect.
And I'll tell you, I mean, you get a whole bunch of guys, you get a whole bunch of different, like, wisecracks, but I didn't hear any.
No.
I really didn't. All the guys I worked with, and let me tell you, I worked in the quarter for 17 years, and we saw some sights, and we made some comments, but nobody
Not
made
that
comments.
night.
No. You really, really didn't.
Jimmy Masacci was 13 years old at the time of the fire, the son of the owner of the Jemani Bar downstairs from the upstairs lounge. He talks about accompanying his father to the scene that night.
We got the phone call, we came down, went with my father. Like I said, the Marriott was a grass field where the second tower is. That's where they had everything blocked off, you know, and you could see they had us behind that. And then the smoke and the, I'll never forget that smell. If you rub your hands real hard, real fast for a long period of time and you get that smell, it was about like times it by 100. It was something I never want to ever smell again. I just felt that 31 people dying, this should have been, this is a hate crime that should have been taken care of a long time ago. It's sad. It's sad that no one ever got caught, and these families never had a chance to actually know what the hell happened to their people. So.
Skylar Fine is a New Orleans artist who created an installation 5 years ago called Remember the Upstairs Lounge. He's thought a lot about the significance of the fire and its impact upon the local gay community.
A lot of people want the Upstairs Lounge fire to be our Stonewall. Right? In New York City, the police laid siege to a bar around the same time, and the patrons fought back. And it became a really famous watershed of gay civil rights in New York City, the Stonewall incident. And people want the Upstairs Lounge fire, which happened around the same time, to be our Stonewall. Was it? Not really. And that's part of the reality of the Upstairs Lounge fire, and it's part of the disappointing reality. The Upstairs Lounge fire doesn't fit the archetypal stories of liberation. A couple years after the Upstairs Lounge fire, Anita Bryant visits New Orleans and does an event at the Municipal Auditorium. And I talked to someone who was there and said that angry gay demonstrators surrounded her car, and they could see her face inside, and she was terrified, and they began rocking the car side to side. And then she really got scared, and it took police to clear an angry gay mob away from her car. In a way, I think that's part of the Upstairs Lounge fire too, that while the immediate aftermath of the fire maybe didn't have the surge of queer activism that everybody wants to imagine, within a couple of years, you did get that in New Orleans. There was a group of older, straight couples from the North Shore, 3 straight couples, who came up to me. They were all Catholic, I think. And the woman said to me, she said, "We remember the fire. We remember our church wouldn't bury the dead. We knew it was wrong," she said. And at that moment, I felt a seismic tremor. I thought, this is the moment that I know New Orleans just dealt with it. When she told me that, we remember our church wouldn't bury the dead. We knew it was wrong. And you could say, but they didn't do anything at the time. But you'd be completely missing the point. We knew it was wrong. A lot of people came through and said that.